Hello, we're about to start on how to create a basic PowerPoint. What I have here before you is a basic information sheet. I would like for you to fill out this sheet before we start making our PowerPoint presentation. If you notice here, so far we have 7 questions. There are actually about 9 questions. So what I want you to do right now is to pause your YouTube video so you can look at these questions and answer them. Okay, now that you have paused the video and now you have started it back up, we can go to the last 2 questions here, questions 8 and 9. Now you should pause this video as well so you could answer the questions for question 8 and 9. So take your time and pause the video and then fill out those questions, and then we will get started with the PowerPoint. Okay, now that you have all of your information, we're going to go about starting our PowerPoint. Okay, the first thing I want you to do is click this flag here. Now under this flag here you have what it says here, search programs and files. So you would type in PowerPoint. Okay, mine is searching just like I know yours is searching. Okay, now we're going to click on Microsoft PowerPoint 2010. Okay, now after you click on it, this should appear. Now what I need to do, I need to move up my screencasting so that it will cover the whole document. Okay, now we have the whole document covered. Now we're going to look at a couple features. The first thing, we are going to look at your answer for number 1 where it says please write your name. Okay, this right here is considered to be the first slide. Okay, now it says click to add title. So you are clicking this box here. Now what we're going to do, we're going to give a title to number 1. It says please write your name. What we could do is this. We could say my life. That will be our title. And we could click down in this bottom box here and put by, and we could put your name. Let's say your name is Terry Witt. Now we have our first slide completed. Your number 1 actually will cover your first slide. Now let's go to the second slide. Now to do a second slide, we could click here on this first slide, click on it, and then press enter. Now if you notice, the second slide appears. Now with this second slide, we could proceed to answer number 2. Click in this box here, and let's go over what number 2 says. Number 2 asks you to put the day and month of your birth. We could title this slide The Beginning. Now of course you could title the slide anything you want to, but I'm just using keywords with each one of the questions that I gave you. Now we could click in this second box here. Now your first question asks you to please put the day and month of your birth, and you could put down I was born, and let's say you was born April the 12th. I was born April 12th. I did not ask you all to give the year because some people do not like giving the year of their birth, so I just said the month and the day. Okay, that would take care of the first part of number 2. Then you press enter. Now for the second part, it says also include the city and state you were born in. So you could say you have your day here. I was born April 12th. I was born in, let's say, Memphis, and then you could put comma, you can abbreviate this, Memphis, Tennessee, and then you press enter to go down to the next bullet. Okay, again with number 2, it says here, what is your mother and father's first name? You could put my mother and father's first name is, and you could say Donna and Michael. Okay, now we're finished with slide 2. So we could click on slide 2 here and press enter to go down to slide 3. And now we could go to question 3. What is the name of your elementary school you attended? What you could put as your title here is elementary school. And then we could click here in this box. It says, what is the name of the elementary school you attended? You could say you attended Jason Elementary School. Or we could make it more formal. You could say I attended Jason Elementary School. And then press enter. Now we go down to the second bullet. Okay, now it says, who is your favorite teacher? My favorite teacher was Mr. Pitts. Period. Okay, now you're done with slide 3. Now we click here on slide 3 and press enter to go down to slide 4. Now we click here and to click to add title. Now number 4 is asking about your middle school. So you could type in middle school. And we could click here. Now it says, what is the name of your middle school you attended? So you could say that I went to Darnell Wright Middle School. And again, I should have put I attended first. Darnell Wright Middle School. Now we press enter, we go down to the second bullet point. Who was your favorite teacher? You could say your favorite teacher was Mrs. Givens. And again, I should have put here, my favorite teacher is Mrs. Givens with a period. Okay, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to stop here because all of the rest is basically filling out the same thing as we did with the first 4 questions. You get the point of it. What you can do, if you don't remember what I said, you could go back. You could rewind this video and you could go back to either one of the slides and it will tell you step by step what to do. All you have to do is just think of an overall theme, answer those questions, and put it in. Now we're going to move on to doing what is called a background for this PowerPoint. So what you do here is up here with these tabs, you look here and you click on design. Now when you click on design up here, you notice you have all of these designs here. These are different themes for the background for your slides. So let's click back here to slide 1. We click back to slide 1. Now we could pick one of these here, any one of these, or we could click this down arrow and we will have a lot show up. Now I'm just going to pick one at random. You could pick any one that you want. You click here. Okay, now we have this. This will become the overall theme of all of your slides. So it starts off with this dark color here with the gray bar. But then here, these are your other slides. They look a little different than your lead slide. Okay, now this is a way of doing a background. We're not going to get into the more sophisticated backgrounds just yet. Okay, now the next thing, you know how like when you all see slideshows, how you have letters and phrases flying in and pictures and everything? I'm going to show you all how to do a slideshow. So now this is what we want to do. we want to create animation for our text. So what we need to do is go to, I believe it is animations. Sorry about that. We need to go to animations. So now we click on the animations tab and we go to animation pane and we click here. Now if you notice here, this bar comes. There's nothing there yet. But what we need to do is to click on some of our text here. Like what we did here, we clicked on the text that included my life. Now you could pick one of these here. Now what I would suggest you do is this here. Just click on one of them. You see how that changed? We went to fade, that changed. We went here to fly in, float, and so on. Okay, let me remove this here. I should not have clicked on it. So let me remove this. Okay, now, again, we click on this box here. We could just slide our mouse across it and it will show what it does. This floats in, this splits, and so on. Now, if you want to see the rest of them, you could click this down arrow here. And you could go down here to more interest effects. Now when you come here, we're going to move this over here. This comes up. It says change interest effect. Okay, so you could pick one of these. You could click on it here and it will give you a preview. You click on here, it will show you what it would look like. Okay, now we got bounce. Now I'm just going to pick float. Okay, and then press OK. Now you have this animation for this particular text box you had. Now if you notice, this one comes here. That lets you know that this has been animated. Now we click here to the second box. We can do the down arrow here, go to more interest effects, and then let's say we want to do pinwheel. Okay, we like that. We can press OK. So now all of the text on this slide is animated. Now we go to the second slide. You go and click on the second slide. Now we click the beginning. Press your down arrow again, more interest effects, and then we could pick one of these. We could pick grow and turn. Okay, that's the one that I would pick. Now you could pick any of these. So I'm just picking some basic ones here and press OK. Now when we come here, now if you want all of these to have the same interest, all you have to do, press your down arrow, go to more interest effects, and then just pick one. Like here, I'm going to pick split and press OK. So all of these have the same interest effect, but you will have to click your mouse to get them to come through. But we will get to that. Okay, let's go to the third slide. We click here. Now, if you want to use one of these that are already up here, you don't have to press this down arrow. You could use one of these. Like if you like random bars, you click that. That takes care of the first text box. Now we come here to this second text box. Now let's say that we want these to do different things. So what you would do is you would click and highlight this first bullet point and click one of these that you like, or you could press the down arrow and click it. So I'm going to pick wipe. So that wipe only works for this bullet point. I'm going to highlight the second bullet point here, and I'm going to pick fly in. Now these have different animation effects. Now we go here to slide 4. Okay, we click on our middle school. I'm just going to pick fade for middle school. And then for this box, just to give you some more practice, I'm going to highlight the first, but this time I'm going to pick the down arrow and the more interest effects. I'm going to press wheel and press OK. And then I'm going to highlight this last one here, and I'm going to press random bars.